For the first time since we went full-time, we have nowhere to go.
Yeah. You know, when you first started full-timing, people thought you were homeless and, you know, you had nowhere to stay. But we have our home. We just have nowhere to stay.
We have nowhere to park and nowhere to go. So this whole video, we're going to take you with us and show you what happens when there's no Boondockers Welcome, no Harvest Hosts, and no campgrounds available.
Yeah, in the direction we're going. Now, we could go 4 hours out of our way to find something, but that's not where we're going. Where we're going, we have no place. So it is a little bit unnerving. I know I'm going to be driving for about 3.5, 4 hours today, but where we're going, I can't even Google Earth it because we don't know
where we're going. As you can see over here, there is another rig, and we just happened to meet this really cool YouTube couple.
You could actually reach the pedals.
Oh, you ready to
She
go?
can do it.
Yeah.
Let's roll!
All aboard.
You could reach the pedals.
All
Stacy,
right,
so if the
let's
seat
go.
was scooted up some more, you could reach. Stacy, even with the seat all the way up, she can't reach.
Really?
I'm on my tippy toes.
Oh, nice.
I think
You gotta get some blocks.
I think I can do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
You could.
blocks
Yeah.
are cool.
Yeah.
Honey.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
We
He's
just made a sale.
We just got this thing paid off, you know, on to the next, right?
That's what you do. You pay it off to buy more?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Isn't that the American way?
Welcome to the RV way of life.
And I love what you did with these
Yeah.
cabinets.
I'm
looks like
saying
it came
that's
with it.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's really
That
nice.
is awesome.
It was so much darker in here before.
Everybody's starting
Yeah.
to do the white. I think the models in like a year or two are going to all
Have white cabinets.
Yes.
One of the cool things about staying at a Boondockers Welcome is you never know who you might run into. So this person you guys may recognize, they are actually in our 100K video. So we are going to pop over here and I'm going to knock on their door. So let's say hi. How are you guys doing?
Good, we're doing very good.
Now these are the stars of our 100K video.
Oh.
So if you
I
haven't
didn't know about
seen it,
that, but-
make sure you pop over and tell them and their family hi, because they did a great job rocking the dance. If you're traveling around, you hit a Boondockers Welcome, a Harvest Host, whatever, make sure you say hi to your neighbors because you never know who you might run into.
Exactly, yes.
Ready to hit the road?
Yep.
All right, guess we have to say goodbye to our awesome Boondockers Welcome host.
I know Barry is.
You're recording this, right?
He. Gee, I don't know if you heard him, but he said, "Oh, you're recording this crap."
He's like, I'm not being on TV.
I'm in the witness protection plan.
There you go.
Well,
See?
he is prior Air Force, so that
Yeah.
would do it.
This is Barry. So if you're ever cutting through Wellborn, Florida, look for a Boondockers Welcome under Barry D.
If we're
You're
allowed
fine.
to say that. Do you want us, is that okay if we
Okay.
say that?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. It's not my real name anyway.
But it's a great boondocker spot. You're not going to meet a nicer, kinder, gentler. Well, I lied on the gentler part. Host.
He does like to poke the bear.
Yeah, he does. So be warned. But if you go to the Boondockers Welcome, his site, pull it up. You'll see the reviews. I mean, they speak for itself. This is our second stay here with Barry, and it is just, you know, it's nice. It's quiet.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great stop, and it's close to I-10, so it's a good I
Whether
guess
you're
stop
coming in
when
or
you're
out.
coming in or out of Florida. Yeah.
We've made it a whole 50 miles and we are at our first stop. We went ahead and stopped at a truck stop to fuel up because one of the sensors on the car is not working.
It seemed loose, so I'm gonna go see if it'll read it now. Maybe it was a little loose.
Or
All right, let me go get it and just swap it out. It's still not reading it. Well, I thought it was loose, so I tightened it down and checked it that way. It did start reading. So now I'm just gonna go get my little wrench, swap the batteries out, put it back on.
don't worry, we are filling up with diesel at the same time. I don't know if you can see Phil through the window there, but we aren't just hogging up a spot here at the truck stop.
Hopefully I replenished my spares last time. We'll see. I forget which one it is. 1632. Why, yes I do.
Nice, we do have one. Oh, and in case you're wondering, we are done filling up, but we couldn't move if we wanted to, so somebody filled up and ran inside. So luckily, we can finish this up and not be blocking the lane.
Yeah.
Somebody else is blocking it, so we're in the clear.
Oh, I saw lights flicker. There
Oh
he
no!
goes. Now we spoke
Now
too
we're blocking
soon.
the lane. Oh no, we gotta pull forward. I don't know if anybody's behind us or not. Probably not, because next door is completely empty. So I doubt it. Oh yeah, peek in the rear view, nobody back there. So the last thing we want to do is hog up a spot from our hard-working trucker friends.
No. We want to be good stewards of the trucker lanes, that's for sure. New battery. We'll see if it's probably going to take a minute to cycle through once or twice. And then it should, hopefully, fingers crossed, it should pop up. Always listen to your TPMS. If you don't have one, you should. Listen to it. If it's not cycling through after a few cycles and it doesn't give you a reading, then you need to stop and check it, make sure. It's the one thing I really do not like about the Easy Tire TPMS. It takes forever to cycle through. So I'll let it cycle a few more times, and then I'll go out there and loosen it up, let some air kind of seep and hit the sensor, and then tighten it back down and see if that does it. Now I just got trucks coming in, and I don't want to be sitting here too long messing with this. So let me go do that. Let a little air come out, hit the sensor, let it know that there's air there. Hopefully that gets it going. Maybe I'll put the battery in upside down. And I think I did have the battery in upside down. As I was talking and I paid attention. Yes, that's what it was. I had put it in backwards. So while I was outside talking and I switched to, or while I was inside talking and I switched the battery out, I put it in upside down. That's why it wasn't giving me a reading, but I think we're good now. I get that back one to come online. Maybe. It's showing 0. No, it's never not, I mean 0, it never shows a 0.
Do you want to take it off and back on again?
Yeah.
Oh, mercy. I feel like we've gone out this door like 15 times. I already locked it because I thought we were done.
We finally got all the sensors to read. I replaced the battery in the front right, then I verified that I had it in the right way with the rear right, and then I couldn't get either one of those to come on. So it cycled through. I went out 2 or 3 times to get them to read. Finally, I had to go out, take the sensor off, put both sensors back on, and now they're working and reading like they should. So again, I just don't like the way it takes forever for it to boot up. So I think I'm in need of a new gadget. So I think I'm gonna have to find another TPMS and maybe do a side-by-side comparison.
What are you currently using for your TPMS? So if you have something that you recommend for us, will you put it down in the comments? So that'll help Phil's research out a little bit. So
Preferably one with a color monitor.
oh yeah, that would be nice.
I know they're on the market, so if anybody has one that has a color monitor, reading 10 sensors without a repeater, let me know.
Oh yeah, no repeater. We don't want to deal with that. So
Yeah.
make it as easy and painless as possible. So speaking of easy and painless, getting out of this truck stop is not going to be either of those. We're going to
No.
have to cross major traffic to take this left turn. So we just spent 45 minutes to an hour working our TPMS to make sure it's working, and this is one of the reasons that we took all that time.
As you can see, we pulled over to help this gentleman out, and we were able to help him get his tow car away from his Renegade. He went through all 3 extinguishers that we had, but he's lucky. He's got his family out, he's safe, he's good to go. It looks like fire is on the way. What a day. Yeah, if you can see behind us the red flashing lights and the remnants of a burnt SUV. We were just cruising up 95 north, and we saw the Super C pull off to the side of the road, and we saw smoke, and then we saw somebody else pull off, and as we got up closer, you could see it was really starting to smoke. So we pulled up, got over as fast as we could. We grabbed all 3 of our fire extinguishers and made a beeline down there. We were able to pull the pins out enough so that they could get the tow bar out of the back of the hitch, and he could pull the, he could pull his Dynamax Super C forward enough, and he jerked it out of there. You know, we talked to him for a little bit, got his nerves calmed back down. He's got a sense of humor about it.
All of them do, thank goodness.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd have been as calm. I mean, there's really not much you can do. and I asked him what he thinks it was, and he said somebody flagged him down and told him that one of his tires. They flagged him down, so one of his tires was smoking. So we asked him if he had a TPMS, and he didn't. This is just kind of, I guess it was meant to be today that we pulled over and checked our TPMS for that very reason right there. First responders got here pretty fast.
Yeah.
So I think the SUV, the fire was contained to just the front of it, and the owner of the SUV thinks he might be able to salvage his golf club. So again.
Yeah, but everybody else in the family says no. We're getting all new clubs, all new sets. So that's their humor kicking in, which definitely will help it right now.
Yeah. So this is it's got a good ending that everybody was able to get out, and we can't stress enough.
And the rig is okay. The rig, you'll see the back. There's not even a burn or
nothing.
A dimple, nothing.
If you've heard me say it once, you'll hear me say it 1,000 times. A TPMS, will at least give you an indication that there's something going on. It may not have prevented a fire, but it at least got him time to. It would give you time to pull over, assess it, and evacuate. Do what you need to do. But if you don't have one, you need to get one.
After today's excitement, we have decided to stop, park, and chill our work for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of chilling and a little bit of work.
It is almost 5 o'clock, so I think that's pretty good for a day, considered how many times we had to stop and we were delayed and whatever. But we definitely, our adrenaline is back down, and I think we deserve a drink. Yeah.
I felt no pain doing the 100-yard dash back to that rig in my right knee. I mean, I was just on automatic. And then about a half hour, 45 minutes later, I was like, man, I haven't run in a long time. My knee is not happy right now. So, it was well worth it to try to do what we could to help that couple out, or that family out, I should say. So, we did what we could, and at the end of the day, they've got their RV and their health and safety.
Right,
so.
That's right. And I'm sorry I didn't have better footage, as some people would say, but sometimes I think there's a fine line between helping and being a voyeur. And really, when we first got out of the car, the RV, we really just want to do what we can to help. I wanted to make sure that everyone was safe, nobody got burnt. Phil was all up in the flame trying to hold it back long enough to detach. So, the shots we have are the shots we have, and it's okay.
Yeah, and the importance of all of the events that happened today, and it's just kind of ironic that we were having TPMS issues, and we were talking about the importance of it, and then literally not even 10 miles down the road we run into that. So
tomorrow we will be buying some more fire extinguishers, because we used all 3 of ours, and we are out now. Yeah,
so we had the one that came with the rig that sits up by the front door in the RV, and we bought 2 more foam type that we kept in the galley and one in the bedroom. So I grabbed the extinguisher by the door and the one under the kitchen cabinet and beat feet over there, and Stacy grabbed the 3rd one and met me over there. And by the time she got there, we were already out of the other 2 that we had. There were, I think, a total of 3 others that were being used, and it was just enough to put keep the flames at bay long enough to get the dang thing unhooked. But you can't have enough fire extinguishers.
No,
I can tell you that. And it's
it really just brought safety to the forefront.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, we're still kind of, it wasn't even us, and I was still reeling, and I was just, standing there thinking, what if this family had been hurt? What if the rig caught on fire in the back? The grandson was he's about 10 and in his undies, so he obviously was sleeping in a bed somewhere in the super seat. So it's just, it's just a huge reminder of safety, safety, safety. So get your safety items, get your fire extinguishers, make sure everyone in the rig knows about safety, escape routes, all that stuff. I think we need to talk about maybe that a little bit more in the future.
Yeah, you always talk about it and you see it, but when you experience it, it wasn't firsthand for us, but we were there. The flames were nipping at my shoulder.
Literally.
It puts things into perspective. So, I think it's gonna climb high on our priority list.
Yeah. And in case you're wondering, we are at a Cracker Barrel. So we are in the secondary parking lot. Cracker Barrel's here. And since Cracker Barrel does not have booze, we are eating there tonight. We're going right across the parking lot to Houlihan's because they have margaritas there. And we will thank Cracker Barrel in the morning over breakfast. We're headed in for breakfast to give a little love to Cracker Barrel since they let us stay overnight in their parking lot.
Nothing says we appreciate you letting us stay out here like a big plate of biscuits and gravy.
Well, we also need to go in and figure out our plan of the day.
Yeah.
So figure out where we're going, what we're doing, and we have one more night that we have to figure out. Bellies are full, and we have a plan for the day.
Yeah, I got leftover biscuits and gravy. I know it's unheard of to have leftover biscuits and gravy, but after I wolfed down my hash brown casserole, I only had room for one biscuit.
Yeah, and I didn't really want to chow down on those myself, so. But today, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go about 15 minutes from here to an outlet mall,
Because I like
in
to
their
shop.
parking lot for the day, and maybe go in and shop depending on how Phil's doing it, walking around, and just basically blow the day, get some work done, chill out, make sure Giz is good in the rig, and then we'll go right next door to the Cracker Barrel for an overnight.
I guess everybody else has reservations to have somewhere to go because it's wide open now.
Yeah, look, everyone is gone.
Yeah, we stayed here at the Outlet Mall in Pooler, Georgia, in the RV parking, and you can see that behind me. It's pretty long. We had a trucker next to us all night, and let me tell you, it was the worst night's sleep ever. So I know you're saying, an outlet mall? Yep, we stayed here. I asked the security guard, I said, hey, is somebody gonna knock on my door at 2 o'clock in the morning and tell us to move? He said, nope. I said, okay, because there's no signs that says you can or can't overnight. And when I asked him that, he didn't say I had to leave or anything. So we stayed here. It was a good site. Oh, Stacy just fired up the rig. Must be time to do light check. Brake is good. Right side is good. All right, let's see him roll. After 2 nights of wandering the streets between
Day and night.
between Florida and South Carolina, we finally landed in a half-empty park.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. When I called earlier, they didn't have a spot for us, but
Yeah.
no matter. We actually have
Suspect.
a campground, and we have full hookup, so I can take long showers and do laundry.
Yeah, the important part is long showers.
So hopefully this won't happen again. So note to self, holidays, be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Because when we pulled in here, I'm like, it's 90% empty. And I'm like, we couldn't have got in here 2 days
Yeah.
ago?
I don't know. But anyway, moving on, I do want to give you guys a couple updates before we close out this video, and they're going to be fast and furious because we're going to be at that 20-minute mark, and you know I don't like being over 20 minutes. So,
Go.
first off, Harvest Host has delayed their price increase to the 16th. So if you didn't join Harvest Host and you want to get that lower price, which with our coupon will be $67, and that is for this year and every year you have your membership, as long
Lock
as it
it in.
doesn't lapse.
Lock
That's
it
right.
in.
It locks in your price. You have till the 16th. I'll put the link and the coupon code down below so you can get the cheaper price.
So those of you that emailed asking about it, there you have it.
Yeah, it's still on, so go ahead and use it. Second, I know you guys remember me talking about the Dirt. That is the RV trip planner that I was testing out. You guys were testing out with me. We got a ton of feedback. All of the feedback I 100% agree with, and the feedback was talking about some of the things that were lacking in the Dirt.
Mhm.
I have reached out to my contact. We've had some meetings, and guess what? Next week I'm meeting with the owner and the marketing director, and we're talking about changes for the trip planner. They are ready to work and upgrade and make it even better than it already is. So if you haven't joined with the free 90-day trial, hit the link below, check it out, let me know what you love about it, what you wish it had that it doesn't have, and I am meeting next week with those folks, and we're going to talk about changes and upgrades, and your voice will help the trip planner for the Dirt and let it go in the direction you want it to go in.
Take a breath, lady.
That was a mouthful.
So with all of the suggestions or the likes and dislikes that came in, we started a spreadsheet or a
Yep,
list of
yep.
things. And, you know, you haven't heard from us for a while on the Dirt because we've been playing with it, or I should say Stacy's been behind
Yeah.
the scenes playing with it, trying to figure it out herself. You guys we're all learning this together. And when we got a hold of our contact, she was like, wow, I didn't know some of these things. And then she started asking questions, and it started other conversations.
Yep.
So, you know, they're listening, so they want to make it user friendly. So
and work for everyone.
That's right.
For
So
RVers, tent campers,
what day is your meeting?
backpackers. It's next week, next Wednesday on the 14th.
okay, so You're going to see this on Saturday. So sign up for your free trial, play with it. It's good for 90 days. Learn it, and then send us what you like, dislike by Wednesday morning, I would say.
Yeah, and if you've already sent me your emails, I already have all that listed, and it's really cool because they are listening to us, they're listening to you, and they want to create the best product, and they want to create a product that you love. So your voice counts, so let us know what you think. And if you've used it before, drop down in the comments below. Tell me right here what you think and what you wish it had.
Okay, good stuff.
All right, that's it. We're going to let you go because I know we're over 20 minutes, and I don't like that.
Yeah, and I'm hangry, so we've got to go eat.
All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you out there on the road.